Welcome back. I'm Alfred Lambermont Weber, and today we have truly an extraordinary guest who's accompanied by 32 plus 4 other extraordinary guests, at least in spirit. Mr. Raymond Kosolandic. Did I get that correct?
Castellanic, that's fine.
Kosolandic, who's coming to us from South St. Louis, Missouri. Welcome, Ray.
Well, thank you, Father. Thank you, Albert.
Father, you said?
I got my dad. I got my dad on my mind.
Right. I know. This is going to be a truly extraordinary interview. And in the wings, not on camera, is Mr. Joe Palermo, who is the chief UFO investigator for Missouri MUFON.
Right.
And so Ray and I have been in conversation for over a year, and we'll be sharing a series of images of 32 plus entities that Ray has been in contact with, and this has occurred over 3 generations. So, Ray, why don't you start by giving us a picture going back to your grandfather in Yugoslavia and his first contacts with what you've come to know as the star beings.
Okay. Yeah, back in Yugoslavia, my grandfather was a lumberjack, and my grandmother would give him like 5 sandwiches. He'd have his cup of coffee, and when he'd take a break, he'd sit on this stump, and out of the woods would come this 12-inch, all color-clothed dwarf and sit on a stump by my grandfather. My grandfather would give him a sandwich, and he would talk. My grandfather had 4 kids, and he'd speak Croatian Yugoslavia. That's the language that they would speak. So I guess his wife wouldn't hear it, but he was trying to tell his boys what this little 12-inch dwarf was saying. And one of the things that the little dwarf was saying, that one of your sons and one of your grandsons would be chosen people. And my dad was implanted at 5 years old. My very first encounter was 12 years old, 1959. And just to make a long story short, my dad knew he wasn't alone. He had somebody to console with, and we would go in the backyard and have these meetings with my mom and my older brother and sister. To this day,
excuse me, I'm getting like a water spigot going. Is that?
Yeah, I hear it too. I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. I think it's some kind of outside noise, but let's just go through it.
Yeah, that's what it is. But anyway, I didn't realize we were actually going to go meet the star people. That was the first thing that came out of my mouth at 12 years old. They don't like to be called aliens. They're star people. But what he did, he went grocery shopping. He thought more of his wife than E.T. at the time. And we got all the groceries, the 2 loaves of bread, and we went. And the car died, and they're coming to the car to get us and taking us on this giant flying saucer, because they put me in one room and him in the other room, and they were scraping and taking semen from us. And I looked up to the ceiling. I was on this metal bed, and it was with this yellow like blanket coming from the ceiling, and it came over me. My head was showing in my feet, and I was trying to punch through it because I knew my dad was going through the same thing. I was 12 years old. I was real scared. But after they were done, they put us in this room. We had black and white TV back in the day. We didn't have color TV. And here come this color TV floating in the air in front of me and my dad. It showed Hitler, the wars, and our beautiful planet totally on fire. And I was only 12 years old, so my dad was asking him questions. Did we have war with you? Did the sun fall? You know, they're not saying nothing. And through this whole lifespan, because it's all up to me now, it was an education for us to figure out, as humans, what we needed to do. So As this went on, I met a total of 32 star people, 28 good, 4 bad. My dad, my late father, met half of them, but he didn't meet the ones I call my Fab Four. They're not the Beatles. They're the Serpo Greys in silver suits from the planet Serpo. They're the Nordiques. His wife's usually on the craft a lot. They've got blonde hair. They look just like us. And you could put a T-shirt and jeans on them, you wouldn't even know it. And but they're real friendly. They speak our language. They look just like us. The other ones is the elephant people. They're from the 13th and 14th dimension. Your people see their picture. And my very first encounter, I know it's going to be hard to believe, my little 3-inch humanoid buddies from the 5th and 7th dimension. What happened?
3 inches tall.
3 inches tall. I had them on my forearm, my hands. They floated in front of me. See, my name's Ray Raymond. They call me Raymond. My dad's first name was Rudy. They called him Ruda. But they're the neatest things you'd ever want to meet. They have the power to make some of the crop circles. It takes them about 7 to 10 seconds. They also have the power to shrink you to their size because they really want me to go to their planet. But I have a cat. My name is Jerry Lee. And as a human, I would love to go. But if I came back 3 inches tall, my cat would probably chase me all around my apartment trying to kill me and eat me. So, but the Nordiques, if I was going to go to a planet, which down the road that may happen, just to get educated, I would do that. Because these people have been my friends for over 50 years.
Right. Now, what's extraordinary is that at one point you made the decision to actually document them and to make a series of drawings,
right,
of your interactions or of them,
right,
and to document them for the world. Who helped you in this?
A person by the name of Jeannie Blankenship. She's a healer and a spiritual Indian. She's a real good friend of mine. I have my meetings the first Monday of every month, and she's one of my speakers. She spoke at the bowling alley I have my meetings at quite a bit. I have quite a few speakers. It's a safe haven for people to come to because I got people that have intervention of star people. I've had women in there that have hybrid children. There's a lot of people that come to my meetings to where you can't go outside and talk about this other than people thinking you're nuts because we got to watch what we're saying. I don't really care. This is my life, and I'm doing this for my late grandfather, my father, and the people on this planet. I'm not in it for fame and fortune, Alfie.
Right. Now, you've given us permission to actually air the drawings of these beings and to go through them and examine their exophenotypology, which basically is a word for the physical appearance of extraterrestrials. And so would it be okay for us to embed the images? Do we have permission to embed the images of these extraterrestrials and interdimensionals in the actual video? Is that okay?
Yeah, you definitely have my permission.
Okay,
definitely.
Great. Thank you. Well, yeah, we're also going to put a link in the video description, which will go straight to a PDF that the people who want to download it. Would that be okay?
That's fine.
Yeah.
There's something I'd like to throw in there that I forgot that is major. When we went to see our first meeting with Star People, we came back to the car. Everything there but the bread, the 2 loaves of bread they took. Now, a little 12-year-old kid that lit up a light in my brain. And when we went back to the yard where me and my father would talk, that's when I told my dad, I go, Daddy, next time we go see the star people, we bring bread. My dad laughed. Second time he took 5 loaves of bread. Third time he took 7. My dad didn't laugh no more. It was a peace offering of that we never had missing time. We always knew what was going on. Now, from 01, when I was born, to 11 years old, I have no idea. My dad's had missing time, but at age 12, 1959, he never had missing time with me. He always knew what was going on. And I just wanted to point that part about the bread in there because it was really important.
Right, right. Thank you. Now, let's start with the first image, image number 1, and I wondered if you could just briefly hold that drawing up to the camera. Yeah, just put it straight up there. Okay, good. So, what is that drawing? You say the one-eyed people.
The one-eyed Cyclops people, they're from the 4th dimension. These guys are 8 to 10 feet tall. They fly in a giant orange egg-shaped object. If they had an extra eye, they'd be close to Bigfoot, but not that much close. These people are really, really brilliant. And when me and my dad first met them, I was 12 years old at the time. But later on in the late 60s and 70s, when I was a lot older, these are friends of mine. They were friends of my dad. We thought we bit the farm. We thought we weren't coming back. We thought these guys were going to tear us apart. But they talked telepathically, and they said, we are your friends. And they had information for us to take back. We're nobody. We're your average person. And these are watchers and protectors of our planet. They have bases underground here on Earth. They're here to protect us, and they're concerned about our planet. They're concerned about us, and we need to turn everything around, and they know we're going to do it. But at the first meeting with them, this is what was said to us.
And they said that they were based where?
Underground on our planet.
No, but I mean otherwise. Is that their? Yeah.
They're from the 4th dimension.
4th dimension. Okay.
See, we would ask planet, try to get any answers. A lot of them would just say dimension. Some of them came from faraway galaxies. A lot of them gave the dimension, and a few of them only gave the actual planet they were from. And you'll see that as we go through this.
Yeah. So in terms of the 5 W's that we talked about, who, what, when, where, and why, they actually met with you and your father because you were designated as 3rd generation chosen people, really to communicate this to others. Yeah. And did you meet them more than once, or?
3 times. Later on in 1969, by myself, and about the early 70s, and they were just checking with us and letting us know that in case anything happened, and a lot of them, we have a lot of friends out there that are programmed to protect, and we got some that are protectors of the universe and planet Earth. And as we go through this, I'll be able to talk a little about each one.
Sure. Yeah. Now, how exactly and where exactly did you, quote, meet them? Did you get signals, telepathic signals to go meet them someplace, or what?
It would all be telepathic. When my father was alive, he'd get a telepathic message from them, and they would use the words line 40S, which would mean in our place, we got 3 or 4 highways. Highway 40S would be south. So we'd head south, Now this isn't a wee hours because it was always nighttime encounters. And the craft would come across the car, would blink twice. We knew it was that, whoever it was. And then the next exit was ours, whether it would be a winding road or straight. They were there. We could see them off the right. The car would die. They're coming to get us, and whatever craft we were going to. But a lot of times, through my late grandfather saying we were going to meet many, we didn't know, because some of the crafts that you'll see that Jeannie drew are weird-looking crafts. These are large, giant crafts, by the way. And it's the people we would meet that were, I guess, some kind of group meeting they had out there. Me and my dad used to laugh because we used to think the people with the word that we're called the bread man, because we were giving bread to everyone we met. And we didn't have any missing time, and it was a peace offering for us to come back because we met some hideous people, plus 4 bad people in here that you're going to see.
Right, right. So just to ask you a question that really applies to, did you ever, in this meeting or others, were you ever intercepted by military or police or anything?
No. The only time the military was ever in my life, and that was 2011. I spoke at Margie Kay. She's the assistant director of MUFON Kansas City, and Debbie Zingermeyer is the Missouri director of MUFON. She's also on the board of directors. She went with me and see, I have to get this information out because it's all me. But anyway, make a long story short, my little 3-inch guys in the Nordiques, wherever I go to speak, they follow. The people can't see them, but they want us to get this information out. And after everything was done, me and Debbie were getting tired, and I said, we gotta go. As we're going down Highway 70 to go home, there's a lot of farmland. There is a military base not too far from Kansas City there. But anyway, this big white light just lit up the whole farmland. And then about 5 minutes later, she's got this giant Jeep with this tarp. Something hit the top of her tarp and just swayed this Jeep. She almost lost control. And Debbie right away said, that was a bird. I can't say what I want to say, but I said, a freaking bird, Rodan. Now, when I got home, because I was trying to catch the last 45 minutes of Coast to Coast, well, like I said, my little guys call me Raymond. And I was laying down, and my TV's off, because they're real high-pitched, and they sound something like this. Raymond, Raymond, Raymond. So when I went to TV, there's usually 8, when I meet them anyway, 8 3-inch guys. They're letting me know that they were there, and that they saw me and heard me get the information out. And they would talk to me later, and then went off on TV. I went to lay down. That's when I heard these helicopters. I live on the 2nd floor, so when I went out, they shined their beam of lights on me. They went off real quick, and I could see U.S. Army. And they went in a single file. There was 5 of them, and took off. That was the only time the government's ever been in my life. They've never been at any of these secret meetings with the star people. Right. Now, as far as anybody seeing them in the sky, or them, no, it was always a secluded, different place every time we meet them. Met them.
Right, right. Okay, good. Are there any other remarks that you'd like to say about the one-eyed people?
The other thing I want to say is they're all going to be here for the big day.
For what now?
The big day for visitation contact. But what your people have to understand, it will be an event that will cause this.
Now, what exactly is the big day?
The big day.
Yeah.
is the visitation contact. We as humans, it's our time to evolve. We're going to go from third dimensional to fourth dimensional. We're going to go from a carbon to a crystal liquid. As far as us humans, we're used to a date and time down here. They're used to an event for any major thing to happen from them. They don't just intervene on us. What I get from my Fab 4, the only thing I can say to you and your audience is the major year of what happens there, I don't know, but it's a major year for us, is 2017. As much as I've been in this for over 50 years, that's the date myself that I look for possible visitation contact. The thing that was told to me by my Fab 4 is, when that happens, it won't be for a day. They're going to be here. They're going to be working with us. We're going to be learning new technologies. And when all that's said and done, when that does happen, then many will come. And they will be the good ones. And what I want your people to understand out there, we have good and bad here. There's good and bad out there. But the good outweigh the bad. There's a Galactic Federation Union with 300 other worlds in it. Tolik, you know about Tolik. He's got the Andromeda Council, the 12 planets. They can't wait for visitation. And but it's going to take an event to cause this. And when they do come in our atmosphere, they want everybody on this planet to see these crafts.
Now, when you say event, what kind of an event?
From what I understand, it could be an asteroid. If it is this asteroid that they're talking about, it's not going to hit the planet. It's going to go by Mars, our planet, and this would cause magnetic earthquakes. What I'm waiting to see is unbelievable changes, not our earthquakes, mudslides, typical things that we see down here as humans. This would be unbelievable changes that I know we're getting real close to contact visitation. The other thing I want to say in there, this craft that is contact visitation, it goes to all the worlds, okay? There's 5,000 crew on this craft, 30 different races, and they're going to be accompanied by the Procedians. They're in 2 giant flying saucers the size of cities to just kind of make sure nothing happens. We've had reptilians running the show down here for many years, and they've had the beacon so low and our frequency so low. We use like 14% of our brain, so they were kind of running the show. But these Procedians, what I found out, I never met these good vegetarian reptilians. They helped them because they knew the weakness of the Hydra and Draco reptilians that you'll meet in these drawings. They had bases down here with the Orion Greys, and I think it was January, February 2011. They shot a sonic blast. It wasn't like the way they would really do it, where, you know, be like Star Wars, it would be even worse. And what they killed a lot of the reptilians and Orion Greys in the bases, but it caused a 5.0 earthquake. What they were concerned about, that they may have killed some of the humans, and there's only 250 reptilians left on this planet. And like I was saying, the people I meet my Fab 4 every 2 months for vital information, and you know, it's our time as humans to evolve, and they want to make sure that we go through this smooth without any interruptions. From what I got from them, this was supposed to happen 368 years ago.
So that would have, so that would have been like in the 1600s.
Oh yeah. one thing I want to stress to your people and to you, Alfred, is I'm just a messenger.
Yeah.
This has been my life for over 50 years. I'm not an artist. That's why I got Jeannie. It took me 6 months to find her.
Yeah, yeah.
These people are...
Well, what I find very interesting is that, for example, UFO and ET researcher Mary Rodwell in Australia, she researches the young children who go up on the craft at night and then are back down during the day, and they're all converging on the year 2017 as well. So we'll see. Now, there have been dates come and go, so, but still the process goes on.
Right.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is it's going to happen. You know, it's our time as humans to evolve. You got to remember when the reptilians, what they did, Mars, Moon, Planet Earth, they got the frequency so low. We were controlled. You know what we've been going through. People, you know, they were even killing us. Their agenda was this: the entire Milky Way. There's 20 planets, humanoid planets that look like us. You know, they got different hair, different color eyes, and this and that. And planet Earth, we would have all been reptilians. And remember, the bad ones that come down here, the Anunnaki, Illuminati, the list goes on, they're here to control and get rid of us humans. It's the good ones that come that I've met out of the 32. And they outweigh the bad. Right. They're going to make sure that us humans, go through this. It's our time to evolve. We're going to change from a carbon to a liquid. Just think of this, Alfred. You're going to appear to look 30, 35 years old. The women are going to appear to look 20, 25 years old. You're going to be tall, slimmer. No, you're going to be a crystal liquid.
Right, right. Well, let's put that in one kind of parallel track over here, and let's stick with going through the 32 and then plus the Fabulous Four. Mind you, we're 27 minutes into the program, and we've just gone through one type. So I'm going to go through these quickly, and I might push you through, because otherwise we're going to have a 6-hour program.
Okay.
I don't mind.
Now we'll just go through the characters.
Oh, okay, okay. Now look, I'm now looking at the Star Woman. The Star Woman, is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you hold the Star Woman? Okay. Now tell us about the Star Woman.
Okay, these women are 7 feet tall. They're in a blue jumpsuit. They have a star emblem that relates to their planet. They have ray guns. They're either dark hair, blonde hair, pale skin, slanted eyes. They look just like us. There's actually some down here. They're from another galaxy. You know, they got a pair of jeans, blouse on. You wouldn't even know they're star people. There's a lot of star people down here, besides the ones that aren't underneath the ground on planet Earth. But these women are. Do I need to show this anymore?
No. Yeah. We'll also show it at the beginning of this segment. Okay.
They're real friendly. They love our planet. They've been down here a long time, and they have bases here. They're also in the position to protect us humans from any harm. What I really been getting the information is the star people are going to intervene on everything now. I'm going to cut it short. They've been trying to talk to our higher-ups for a long time, and now they're going through the people. And for everybody out there that thinks I'm nuts, I don't care.
No. Listen, just stick with the facts. You know, don't project other people's opinions or what you think. Now,
okay. That's it on her.
Yeah, no. But wait, how would you meet the Star Woman, for example?
again, a telepathic message that we were get or I would get when I met them 2 other times. You know, they'd have line 44 East, whatever it be, Highway 44, and I would go meet them, and they would do the same thing. The craft would come across the car.
Yeah.
The signal was the lights would blink twice. Next exit, I'd get off, car would die, and this weird craft would be there.
Yeah.
And
now
they were there.
right. Now I'm just going to ask you basic exopolitical questions. Did you ever get the sense that, say, this is a basic, say, a gray race, and they can put on like suits, and they can like camouflage themselves to appear as a one-eyed people and appear as a star woman? Did you ever get the sense that this is, say, a basic gray race that is in one interaction appearing as a one-eyed people, and then in another interaction appearing as a star woman, simply because all of the other facets of the contact are so similar?
No, we touch these people, or I touch these people. The other thing, we're not spacesuits. I'm on my t-shirt and jeans.
Yeah.
They're in their you know, spacesuits, whatever
Yeah.
they are. No, they're real. They're not fake. They're not what, you know, you were
Yeah.
thinking being disguised as anything, because the Orion Grays are in here.
Okay.
You know, Solar Grays. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what something that is not what it is to be.
Yeah. No. I'm just asking because we have contactee reports of people that have been on gray ships. These aren't bad grays. These are good grays.
Okay.
And they've been on gray ships, and this was a gray scientist, and they went into their laboratory there, and they looked, and they had a bunch of human bodies. They looked like human bodies hanging up like overcoats. And they asked, "What's that?" And they said, "Oh, that's my human body." And they can just put it on and get beamed down, and they walk around inside what looks like a human body. And
There
so
would be,
yeah.
there
So
would be,
go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There would be more than one star woman on this craft.
Okay. Good. Okay. Let's go on. And did they have any special message for you?
The only thing
message for the world or anything?
they had was, like these others that we're going to meet, was we're here to protect humans. We're concerned about your planet, and we need to turn everything around. They know about the greed and disease.
About what?
The greed and disease down here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and what their concern is for us, this was the big message: stop the wars, stop the nuclear power plants, anything nuclear.
Right.
And one reason was when they're doing these testings, bombings, whatever, it gets into the dimension, it gets into them, and that's why you see these UFOs flying over military bases.
Right.
And but the biggest thing is for us to stop what we're doing, quit spraying our food, and turn everything around, or we're going to be extinct like the dinosaurs.
Okay. Good. Okay. Let's go on to the next. The monk people.
Monk people. These guys are 6 to 7 feet tall.
Okay.
They're in these brown robes with these red stars. They got 7 fingers, 7 toes. They got suction cups on their fingers. They fly in a giant birthday-sized cake, flying saucers.
Wow.
And they have blue pupil eyes, kind of black around the blue. But they talk telepathic. These guys are probably a million years of technology. They're real friendly. They're bald-headed. my dad met, my late father met these people. I met them 2 other times. You know, it's always the summertime. You know, it's never been in the wintertime. But it's the same information as we go through this, other than the bad ones. I'll bring out what the good ones. These people got bases down here. They're going to be ready to intervene when the time comes for when all this does, especially visitation. You know, I'm just giving this year 2017, so we just got to wait and see what happens.
Now, did they say where they're from?
These guys are from another dimension. They didn't give their planet. A lot of them wouldn't give, you know, oh, I'm sorry, correct. The monk people, they're from the 15th dimension.
15th dimension.
15th.
Okay.
But I was getting at, there's a lot of people that wouldn't give their dimension.
Right.
They're kind of saying the same thing as the other good ones were saying. And then they're telepathic, would be the same way. I've had them come on my TV. My TV's off. And there'll be like a green mist around the inside of the TV with them on it, talking telepathically. When I go in my car, my radio will be off. They'll come on my radio. But it'll be the information of going on one of the highways, whatever direction to meet, and the same thing, the craft would blink the lights twice. These are different crafts. They're not the same crafts. They're never in the same location for the meeting. The meetings are never in the same location. I've been all over Missouri, I know, but they picked the right spot. Oh, one thing I would tell you is when the car stops, so let's say it's 8 o'clock, we're just playing a game here, it's 8 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
When I'm done, I'll look for a quick trip or a bank that has a clock, so it will let me know how long I was on that craft. And
I got you.
I put all my stuff down in my notebook.
Right, right. Okay, let's, okay, so now we're looking at the Blue Warriors. So
Right.
if you could bring that up and just, the Blue Warriors. Are these names that you gave them or that they give themselves?
They give to me.
Okay.
Or my late father.
And what can you tell us about them?
These guys are already down underneath. They have bases underneath planet Earth. They're programmed to protect us and defend us whenever the time comes. These guys are from the 8th dimension. They fly in a square with all red light craft, a beautiful lit up craft at night. It's real huge. They got 4 fingers. These guys are real husky built. They're 8 to 10 feet tall. They talk telepathically. They're real friendly, and it's kind of the same message, like I've been saying to your audience and to you. That, you know, each one that, whatever this dwarf said to my late grandfather, we were going to get visited by many, and my dad met half of them. I met a total of 32, 28 good, 4 bad.
Right.
And I never could draw. Thank God I met Jeannie. It took me 6 months, and she drew them down to what I have this video image. I never forgot what these people, because these people were so friendly.
Now, when you say you have this video image, did you video them? Is that what you did?
Of what they look like in my mind.
Oh, in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I never forgot them.
Okay. Okay, good.
You want to go to the next one?
Yeah, sure.
These are the spiritual blue women.
Wow. Look at that. Amazing.
You got that?
Right.
Okay, they're 7 and 9 feet tall. They're from another dimension. They love our planet. These people can float off the ground. They got 3 fingers, 4 toes. They're the reason they call them the blue people. He's got like a blue veil,
Right.
and just super friendly people. That's the craft they fly in. It's kind of almost like the Blue Warriors. It's got 8 red lights around it, 1 on each end and 3 on each side. These are giant crafts. These crafts are as big as a football field. But when they're lit up at night, it's the most beautiful craft. There's a planet out there, I was told, they didn't give the planet, but the star people, engineers, they do nothing but design these crafts for all these different star people.
Yeah. She looks very ornate.
Yeah.
So they are. Did they say we're like more than they're from another dimension?
Another dimension.
Okay.
They don't give the. She didn't give the dimension.
Okay.
You want to go to the next one?
Sure.
Next one are the orange people. That's what they look like.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. They look kind of like Wookiees, right?
Yeah, I'll go with that over.
I wonder if that's where Star Wars got a lot of its ideas.
It could have. I don't know.
You know, this has the flavor of the bar at scene at Star Wars, right? Or not? That doesn't it?
It does. But these guys are from another galaxy far away. They love our bread. They fly in a silver giant. It looks like a giant donut.
Huh.
And they got black eyes. They're real hairy. Their bodies are orange. They're real intelligent. They're from another dimension.
Yeah. I wonder what the exophenotype is. It looks like a giant squirrel or something. Is that what they look like?
Yeah, to a point, you could say that.
Yeah. So they could be like Wookiees, right? Or something.
Yeah.
But they're more intelligent than Wookiees, or did they speak, or was it all telepathic?
Telepathic. Well, I'm a telepathic. I'll tell you the ones that can speak our language, and it can speak both.
Yeah.
And 4 to 10 feet tall.
Wow. And wow. And what was their message? Same as the other ones, or
Same as the other ones.
okay.
We got a lot of, there's 28 friends of mine. They're our friends. We got a lot of people out there that are ready to protect these humans down here on planet Earth.
Right. Now our next one is kind of an unusual exophenotype, right?
Right. As we're going through these insects and that, when I want to just briefly let everybody know, we got tiny ones down here, and there's something to this. Tolik actually met one of my star people, and this is the one he met.
Oh, Tolik met this star person.
Yeah, the worm people. He calls them slimy guy, and I've touched them. They are slimy.
Wow.
This is the worm people.
The worm people. Wow. From the 12th dimension.
Correct.
Huh.
Okay.
And so how did you meet them?
Same way. They've got different crafts that they fly in. They're brown and green. It's a split color on them. These guys are 6 feet tall, and they're always around water. Believe it or not, these giant worm people are always around water. They got bases down here, plus the size of our worms. when me and my late father were going through this, because as we go through more, you'll meet some other insight. We knew we had tiny ones. I'm just going to use the year 1800 because all the big ones came down here for the purpose to tell the little ones what their purpose was. There's a mountain in Peru that only from above you can see a giant drawing of a chimpanzee and a giant bird. Now, not these guys, but as I get into the ant people, when we get in there, what was said about a giant bee, friendly giant bee from another planet, 6 to 8 feet tall, and a giant grasshopper, 6 feet tall, that these exist. Well, after what me and my late father seen here, because there's more of them, it just blew our mind because we knew
Right.
what size they were down here.
Yeah, well, there's been multiple witnesses to praying mantis people.
They're in. Yeah, we met them.
Yeah. Okay, so you interacted telepathically with the worm people, or?
Yeah, telepathic.
Okay. Now, here we go. Now, this is kind of an unusual person. Would you like to bring the next, introduce the next group, the next exophenotype?
Casper the Ghost is real.
Yeah.
These are green glowing people. They're
Yeah. Could you put it up against the?
That's
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
That's the craft they fly in.
Okay.
They're from another dimension. They talk telepathic. They have these real deep red eyes. They got like a green glow around them. They float, and they remind you of a ghost, but they speak telepathically. They're very friendly. They've talked about what the other star people talked about for the information to let us know there wasn't just one type. There's many that have bases here, are ready to come here to help the humans, protect us, and this is the information we got from them. It was a great education. It's been a hell of a ride. You don't have to go to school for this, and I've had my other life, but this life is still going on to this day.
Right. Okay, so so you still believe that each of these exophenotypes is a genuine exophenotype. It's not like one basic species that's putting on these different costumes, kind of.
Correct. The only ones and that's the 4 bad ones, which you'll see that can do what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so now we'll go on to this next
people.
being, which is, the snake people.
Snake people.
Hmm.
They don't look like snakes. They have a snake emblem on their suit. But this is what their race is called.
Hmm. Do they have, well, they actually look more like humans.
Yeah.
They're, because when you think of snake people, you think of a reptilian.
Yeah, that was the first thing.
Hmm. Did they say where they were from, or?
These guys are 6 feet tall. They got 3 fingers. They're pale in skin. They're from another dimension, and they got purple eyes. And they have like a little goatee on their chin. There's an antenna that's actually built into that snake-like cap thing that they wear with the antenna. These guys speak telepathically. They don't really. They're not considered bad. They don't really have our best interest, but they came with that kind of message. It was different than the other ones that we've come up with to this point.
What is their message?
their message is we're destroying ourselves, and in a way we're going. It's not too long that we're going to kill ourselves. What we're doing, and they love this planet. I can see why everybody comes to this planet, because I got to see it coming in. It's the most beautiful planet you ever seen.
So they're not particularly concerned about the human race.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
The next ones are the ones that you said. These are the praying mantis.
Right.
Now, these guys treated my dad bad. They
really?
Yeah, they pushed my dad. I kicked one in the shin and ran behind my dad. Now, I've heard that they're supposed to be loving, spiritual. There has to be an east and a west, Alfred. But these praying mantis, excuse me, were bad. They got 3 fingers, 3 toes, huge black eye. They're hideous looking. And remember, we got tiny praying mantis that are green down here.
Yeah.
So there's another example there.
Right. What was their message?
Their message, they were kind of, that's why I considered them bad, what they did. They were like with the reptilians. The reptilians, they wanted to take over this planet, humanity. And that's kind of where they were coming from. They took the bread. They didn't take us away, never to be seen. But they were there for information.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the greatest information that we wanted to hear. And we knew now there was good and bad out there. But as we went through this, in my case, 28 good, 4 bad, that's pretty good percentage.
Yeah.
I don't know how are really out there, but we got 28 star people that care about this planet, care about us, and are going to make sure that we go through this smooth. And everybody's going to meet these people when the big day comes.
Okay.
And the next ones, these are the reptilians.
Okay.
These reptilians are from the planet Hydra and Draco.
So these are the carnivores.
These are the guys you're talking about, the ship shaker. They can make themselves look like you. They can make themselves look like anything. They actually stuck their hand all the way through my dad. They can walk right through you. They can walk through walls. These guys do nothing but to put the fear of God in you. And when you look at them red, hideous eyes, this is what's been controlling our planet for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Did you meet with them?
Oh yeah, met one of them. They've got these 2 different size crafts. They didn't do anything bad to us. They talked telepathically, and they were saying how they were going to take over our planet. There's a lot of them down here. We've been controlling you for a long time. They weren't given anything good, but we found out, and as time went by, I learned a lot about the reptilians, the Orion Greys, the praying mantis, and these guys that are becoming up in silver suits. Them are the 4 bad ones.
Right.
The Orion Greys don't have the big black eyes.
Mm-hmm.
We go to the next one? Or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I got a little guy. I don't know if you got a cat.
Oh, yeah. Oscar the cat.
These are the cat people.
9 to 12 feet tall.
Yeah. Yes, they are. That's their craft. They talk telepathically. Okay?
And they're from the 9th dimension.
9th dimension. And that's the craft that they fly in. And, they're going to be here. They have bases down here.
Now, I've actually seen a photograph of a cat person, a feline being, intelligent feline being, that was taken at Iseti, James Gilliland, at the Iseti Ranch off of Mount
Oh,
Adams, Washington.
okay.
It's a beautiful photograph.
Okay.
So I've seen photographs of these beings.
They're brown or blue in color.
The photograph that I saw was more brown.
Okay. Want to go to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, these, there's no name for these, but they wouldn't even give us their name. These are monster-looking people. These people look like they broke out of prison, but they're really got a hideous face. They're really friendly, believe it or not.
So these are good guys.
These are good guys, believe it or not.
And they're from the 10th dimension.
Correct.
Now, what are do they what's their basic message?
It's the same thing. They're, you know, out of the 28, it's the same message that started with the first people we met, of what their job or program is, and where they come into picture, and what technologies we're going to learn from all different 28 that as we're evolving with these. Some are hideous looking, the Nordiques look just like us, but this is the people that have educated me and my late father, and these people are real. And you know, I wish I had an hour for everybody to meet them, but eventually, when we really get into this, people are going to start seeing these different crafts and these people. These people are real.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you a question. Why do you think that all of these different exophenotypes or classes or species, some of which have diametrically opposite missions or purposes, reptilians and monster-looking people, why do you think they met with you and your dad over the years? I mean, this is a huge enterprise.
I think that
how do they coordinate that? Who's driving all of this?
I don't know who's driving it. It may be my Fab Four. It may be that dwarf that you're going to see here that talked to my late father. This was all planned. You remember, we were chosen people.
Right.
Me and my late father did not ask for this. It started with my grandfather, then my dad, then me. When I came into it, see, we're Catholic.
Right.
My dad's old country. So
Yeah.
they didn't believe in God. They were all by themselves. And then when I came in the picture, it was me and God. And when my dad died, it was all me. And I made a quest to my father. I'm getting real close, that I would find out the answers. Why we're here, what's going on. And with the help of my Fab Four and these other people that I'm showing you, I'm getting the answers. And this was all set up for my late father and me.
Right.
And that's the only answer I could give you on that. Because I didn't ask for these guys. My dad didn't ask for them.
Yeah.
You know, who are we? We are you. You are me.
Yeah.
We're not the president of the United States.
Right. Right. In the course of the many years that you and your dad were doing this, were you doing it kind of alone? Were there any people that became interested? Was this something that you just did and nobody else knew about it?
Nobody else knew. My mom, my late mother, my brother and sister to this day don't know my father or my life with Star People.
So now is really the first time that you're sort of going public with it. Is that the case?
Yeah, with you, I'm going public. I probably did it in my meetings because all my meetings are taped.
Yeah.
I don't care. I have to get this out to the people.
Right.
Go
ahead.
When I spoke at Margie's place, Debbie's, they were there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you an incident real quick. I was at Debbie Zingemeyer's place at Culpepper's, and Debbie was concerned because there was going to be some bad news I was going to give. And she had her cell phone in front of her, and she goes, let's call Margie K. So Margie K says exactly this. She sees my little 3-inch human eyes and the Nordiques jumping up and down, saying the time is now, the time is now, because they want me to get the message out. That's what Margie K saw telepathically, because she's a top psychic, remote viewer. She saw them in the image that they are. And that's what blew her mind. What blew Debbie and Margie's mind for MUFON people, I don't have any missing time. Okay? And that's what Margie is meeting a praying mantis that's a good one. She calls her Manny. I'm meeting my guys in person.
Right.
And they're coming on my TV.
Right.
All right?
Good. Let's just hold that there. We're going to have a great discussion at the end of the program as to where you want to take all this. We're a little less than halfway through, and we're all way into the second hour of the program. So I want to keep up our pace to have enough time at the end to have a discussion as where we want to take this, Ray.
Okay.
Okay, so we're on to the next. And being here.
People.
The what people?
Frog people.
The frog people.
They all look like frogs, but they're frogs.
Yeah, so they're from the 11th dimension, I see.
Correct.
And they're about 4 feet tall.
4 feet tall. They got like brown spots, dark, huge dark green eyes. They're underneath the mountains on our planet, and they're underneath the ground because they're doing something to help the soil on this planet. That's their purpose and their program to do this.
Right.
To take the soil on her.
Sure. Now, basically, your and your father's way of meeting them and their essential message was?
It's the same thing with the other 28, you know. They're here to do what they're supposed to do with the other 27 that's in this, and they're going to make sure that all humans, you know, we're going to straighten this planet out. We're going to be a more beautiful planet, peaceful planet. All this stuff's going to stop, you know. They've done some things in the past that the American people and other countries don't know, the secret meetings, and they know what they have to do. All the top leaders have been talked to, and they're coming through the people now, and they're going to intervene in everything. And these are the good ones. There's 28, okay? Now, you got other universes, inner, outer dimensions. I don't know how many. I know some of these that I just showed you from galaxies far away. Okay? There's barriers out in outer space that the great ones control. The only ones that get to go through the barriers are the Silver Legion. And the Silver Legion I never met, but I did hear this from my guys. They're 1 million strong. Most of them are women, have wings. They're protectors of the universe, and I found out that they're protectors of planet Earth. So there you go. You got some more people that I never met that have a piece of the pie here.
Okay. Now, moving on here, it looks like we're up to some more hairy people.
Yes, these guys are really idiots. And they wouldn't give their name, so I just, hairy people. They got the one ugly face, ugly red eyes. These guys are 8 feet tall. Oh, I got to show it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yep. You can see that.
I'd like to see that in Ellie Upper. They're 8 feet tall, got 6 fingers. They're real ugly but friendly. They got an orange glow around their body. They're brown and hairy, and They're from another dimension. These guys are real friendly, and that's the thing. You look at these, just like the blue people, the orange people. They're super friendly. They're smart. You know, the technology.
Right. Excuse me, I'm just going to...
Hey, Joe.
Yeah. So let's just move forward here. And now here we have something different.
These are hybrid children. They're half human, half alien.
Mm-hmm. And they came down from the ships?
Yes. They got they're hybrids, half, like I said, half human, half alien. Their eyes cannot blink. Their eyes are real large. The females look a lot like our females and us, and they got small bodies, black eyes. Others are blue.
And what message did they have?
They're programmed. There's 6 million of these hybrids, from what I get from my Fab 4, that are programmed to come down here for us, not to do anything wrong, in case anything major happens. You know, you got the blue war. These people know what they're supposed to do, and they're here to protect us. Even though these, they're 4 to 6 feet tall. Now, you know yourself. I've retired from General Motors, and these cars, they come out with the name hybrid.
Yeah.
I know where they got the word from. I got women in my meeting room that have hybrid children. They know it's theirs. They want to keep them, but the star people, these would be the bad ones, would say you can't have her or him, but if you ever want to see them, we'll always let you touch them, whatever. But they know they're kids, and it's the way they how they do the pregnancy is way completely different than us humans. Nardiques are like that. They'll stand up and hold their hands up high. This is what the Nardiques would tell me. And it's all thought. They're real spiritual people. And this blue ball light appears, and when it disappears, there's a baby boy or a baby girl. And they have sex like we have, but they don't have the child come out of their woman like our one. It was really interesting. It was an education, like I said. We would pick up. That's what I wanted to say real quick about the Serpo Grays when we were on this craft. I was 12 years old. We saw these fiber optic cables or wires around a craft with these real vines, because these guys are vegetarians. And we're sitting in these weird colored seats, and there's handprints like this for one to do something with the craft. But here's this Serpo Gray sitting down. He takes this vine, he sticks it in the side of his hand. That's when I nudge my dad. And I go, Dad, he's feeding himself. It's just little things we would pick up. That's all I wanted to say on that.
Wow. Amazing.
Unreal.
Chlorophyll. Okay, yeah, moving on here. This is something out of a costume ball here.
These are the biblical people, the Egyptian people.
Wow.
These people speak our language and can talk telepathic. They have long noses, all these colored clothes. This is a husband and wife, but there's many that were on this craft. They're from a galaxy far away. They've been watching our planet for years, and you know, they know that we know what we're supposed to do. You know, I have to get this information out, which I'm doing, and to turn everything around. I say this in my meetings because all my meetings are taped, so people can go and watch and even see more. But nobody ever got to see what they look like. So I got one hell of an artist, and because I can't draw, and now I finally am getting this out to what they look like.
Now, why do you think that we have an extraterrestrial species from a faraway galaxy that is dressed up that way?
Well, we got the biblical times, 2,000 years ago with Jesus Christ times. You know, this was in our life. Okay, these are human-looking people. These people were smaller. You know, these people were like 4 to 6 feet tall.
But I mean, they have very, very advanced technology.
Sure.
Why would they dress up in a fashion that was in fashion?
That's the era that that's the era they're from, the biblical times.
Oh, they are from. So they are time travelers.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, they're from a faraway galaxy.
That don't make any difference, you know.
They are time travelers. Okay.
Right. There is a time traveler in here. You're going to meet him too.
Okay, good. Now I understand. And they are here. Why again?
In the same program of what the other ones are saying. You know, the good ones. They're going to be here. When these people come, just like what I'm showing you here, and there's 28. Mm-hmm. These are different crafts. Many will come, you know, and then we get into this. I don't know how many more are really out there. You know, this is going to be a big, dramatic, whatever word you want, magnificent time when this happens. You know, I forget NASA, the military. There's nobody going to be able to just put a halt on this.
Right, you know? Right. Now, to keep on with the movement here, this next category is really unusual.
These are neat guys. These are they're called the busted beak people.
Okay.
They got a beak all the way around, and the front one is busted. That's why they're called the busted beak people. Ah. And they fly in a triangle craft, and this other craft that I'm showing you here. These guys can float. They talk telepathically. If I'm mistaken, the Tupelo, Mississippi incident with Hicks and the guys that was on the pure fishing,
yeah,
these could float. I think these would have been the ones that took them guys.
I see.
They're 8 to 10 feet tall. They're really intelligent. They're very nice, but they're in this program. You know, we're going to be seeing these guys. There's many, and they have bases down here.
Okay, and they're from the 8th dimension. Is that it?
8th dimension, yeah. They're 8 to 10 feet tall.
Okay.
And that was the craft that they fly in. This is to be the last of the bad people that I'm about to show. You ready for that?
Oh.
These are the spacesuit people in silver suits. They have a light for a face. When that light blinks, they got an antenna. They talk telepathically.
I see. So when you say that they're not good,
they don't.
Why do you say that?
They don't have our best interest.
I see.
And they told us that. Mm-hmm. That we couldn't wait to get off their craft. All the bad ones. They like our planet a lot. Of course, all the bad ones do. They're from another dimension. They fly in a boomerang type craft in a that other one you see. They're just they hope we don't make it.
Right.
And that's the only thing I can really say about them. Other than they're, you know, this is what these people look like. And the next one is, you ready for that?
Oh yeah.
This is the dwarf that met with my late grandfather in Yugoslavia. It's
right.
It's not the exact one, but they live in trees on their planet. in the trees. They have bases down here. They got bases, where they came from. But when he would leave my grandfather, he'd go in the front of the woods and just disappear, and he could go into another dimension.
Right.
The thing that these guys told us, they're from the 7th and 8th dimension, besides the same messages. And my Fab 4 did the same thing. For us to start learning about the dimensions that are down here on planet Earth to go into. They're not only safe havens for us when something really bad happens, there's other things about them and easier places of going from here.
That there are dimensions on Earth that are safe?
Yeah.
That's very interesting, because you've read my book, The Dimensional Ecology of the Omniverse, right?
I'm on page 76.
Oh, good. So what they're saying is that there's a dimensional ecology on Earth that you can find safety in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. They also
could you talk more about that?
Well, it's for us to understand where they're at, what is there, and they even talked about, even my guys, that if anything really happened, like in Armageddon, I'm just saying this, they would come, there would be 2 safe haven dimensions on the left and the right that we would see to go into, and they would come and take us off of this planet if something chaotic did happen here and bring us back. But they want us to start learning about these dimensions. What they talk about us humans, they're right on the money. We're in the sun a lot, okay? And you know this for a fact. The cells that die that give us old age, supposedly our scientists are being now to correct and reverse that. That will be our immortality. Because the immortality of this little guy, he's 1,200 years old.
Wow.
The Nordiques lived to be 1,800, and the Serpo Greys lived to be 350 years. It's the immortality that the technologies people have. Well, you know yourself, Albert, there was people living 400 to 1,200 years old back in the biblical times.
Yeah.
What did these people know? And they have, a lot of them have 2 suns on their planet, but they're masters of the underground. And this is another thing, a way in the future that will help humans down here. And they talked about 4D, 5D. When you get into 6th dimensional, we're a complete different creature, and there is no bad. It is all good. Up until the 6th dimension, we still have good and bad. And they also say, because we are grown of, it's all money down here, greed, disease. Well, soon, in the next 11 or 10 years, there will be no money. We will be just like them. We will be trading energy. That's what they do. And the technologies that these people exist, these people are going to help us. It's been the greatest education of my life. I've had 13 years of education, but I tell you, I've met some great people and I've met 4 bad ones, but when the people meet these people, I have to say no more.
Right. Wow. So this is how it all started with your grandfather.
This is the guy that started everything right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Little kid.
Yeah. Moving on here.
Okay.
This next.
These are some funny guys. They're weird looking. These are the silver metallic people. They can fly. Wow. You can see their face and their headlight. They got wings. These are one of the good ones too. These, they come down here with the same message. They have bases down here. They're anywhere from 5 to 6 feet tall, and they can fly. And it looks like a baseball, and it's a huge red light that actually goes around the craft at night, and it shoots out different colors. You know, it's just amazing to see these amazing crafts. You know, the fear sets in when the door opens of what's coming out of here, but you're already, as a human, you're in such a, from a fear to at all, because the magnificent craft, and then they talk telepathically, and right away, you know, they're letting you know we're friendly, and,
Right.
and it's just an awesome feeling, you know, compared to the 4 bad ones.
Yeah.
Because the feelings we had with them was like, you know, well, we thought the reptilians were going to eat us. We thought it was over. Go to the next one.
Oh, sure.
These guys are real weird looking guys. Hang on, let me hold
Sure.
that up. Okay. Got that?
Yep.
Now these guys,
You call them the star people with black.
black pants and an X vest. They have a hood and a cape. They have a ray gun and that rifle looking over his shoulder with some kind of a laser weapon.
Huh.
These guys are from another dimension. They are protectors of the universe, and believe it or not, protectors of planet Earth.
Huh.
There's a lot of these people have interest down here that have been here even before us. But you know, it's our time to evolve. I get the same message from them. I mean, my dad did too. And you know, they have bases here. They're gonna be here to make sure everything goes smooth.
Right.
Okay, next one is 23. These are the little white, pale humanoids. They're child-like humanoids.
Yeah.
You get that now?
They almost look like hybrids.
Yeah. I would say between that and a child type, of course, they're a lot older than what, you know, they look that young, and even these hybrids, yeah. They have these blue cape. They're from a planet far away. This huge diamond-shaped craft is really neat at night. That's what they fly in. They got big blue eyes, something like the hybrids, but same message, what their purpose is and their program to do when you know, the time comes. We'll go to the next one. And again, we have tiny ones down here. These are the ant people. If you look up, the leaders have wings. Not all of them have wings. If you look up the Hopi Indians, these ant people are masters of the underground. They fed and helped the Hopi Indians.
Right. Right.
And you know how tiny the ants are down here. And they fly. There was a pilot, I was reading it, when he was asked from the ground floor, what are you seeing? And he said exactly, I see a giant ant. And what it is, they have a giant ant craft looking like an ant. And if you, the other craft, if you take the turtle out of the shell, that's what it looks like.
Hmm.
And
now,
they can,
what size were the ant people?
6 to 7 feet tall.
Wow. And were they friendly?
Real friendly. They talk telepathically. They're from another dimension. And you know how tiny the ants are down here. That's what I was talking about. In Colorado, of all places, back in the, whether it was the 1800s, when the big ones came down to tell the tiny ones their purpose and what to do, this is what educated me and my dad. You know, we're trying to put 2 and 2 together. Giant ants, and we got you got to look at a microscope on it. They're so tiny. What is going on here? well, there's something to this. And
Now, what role do they play here on Earth?
oh, it's a big time for what they're doing underneath the ground. They have bases down here, even with the little ones, and all the worm people, cat people. You know, they're all into this. That's what I'm talking. You got insects. You got different you got people that look like Bigfoot, the one Cyclops guy, the hairy guys, hairy monster guys, the orange people, the blue people. This is what we met. You know, these people we met. These are insects, 6 to 7 feet tall. Me and my father are in a circle on this craft, surrounded by 7 giant ants. We're ready to think it's over. They're going to eat us. You know, this ain't a movie. This is the real deal. And then when you hear them talking telepathically, we are your friends. Now, what I found out about these guys, they don't touch dials in their craft. They use their eyes. So when their eyes blink, it's dim. The lights are bright. When they're hitting the control, because they're telling us, when they hit the controls, it's with the eyes. They'll click it 3 times with the left to take off, 3 times for something. You know, they're explaining that everything they do in that craft is with the eyes.
With the eyes.
We learn a little bit about each one.
Now, where are these from?
They're from another dimension. They don't give the dimension. But they have bases down here. They're already down here.
So these are from the insectoid exophenotype.
There you go. The next one is very interesting to whether people are going to believe this or not. This is a real angel by the name of Catherine.
Catherine.
Yes. That's the name she told me.
Now, is she an angel or a star person with wings?
She is an angel with wings. They got bases down here. They've been down here for many, many years, and they're going to be down here when the big day and to help us.
Now, do they all converge on 2017, or is this like?
It's my Fab Four. No, my Fab Four are the ones that venge on 2017. Now, these people that I met, these other 27, besides the 4 bad ones, you know, I'm sure they're in this. You know, they're all programmed for what's supposed to take place down here. You know, all these people well, a lot of them are already here. These angels have bases down here, okay? They're always around water and sunlight.
Well, what I'm saying is, are you willing to give yourself some wiggle room?
Yeah.
I mean, beyond, so that it's not 2017. It's like a moving date.
Yeah, I'm just giving you the date that they're telling me. As a human, I'm kind of agreeing with them because, you know, we heard so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be a little bit longer than that, but
right.
One thing they're telling me of that year, it's a major year.
It's a major year.
Something's going to happen.
Yeah, because the dark side is also putting out the year 2017 as to when they bring down their hammer. So I'm just kind of, you know.
I understand.
It's all this interdimensional psychological warfare going on.
Right.
Okay, so.
The next ones are my little 3-inch, part of my Fab Four, my little 3-inch humanoids. They're from the 5th and 7th dimension.
So these are 3 inches tall.
3 inches tall. I've had them on my hat, my forearm, my hand. There's ones that call me, they're real high pitched. They call me Raymond, but they're in brown spacesuits with clear bubble helmets, and they have the power to make some of the crop circles. It takes them 7 to 10 seconds. They also have the power to shrink you to your size. They are the neatest.
Wait a minute. They have the power to shrink you down to 3
inches, yeah. Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because they want me to go to their planet so bad. I have a cat, And if I go in this way, I would be scared as a human being if I didn't come back my size and I came back 3 inches, Jerry Lee would chase me all over the house and he'd probably eat me. So
The cat.
yeah, that kind of just set that off. Matter of fact, the very first sighting, it's a little bit bigger than a basketball, was metallic. That's the object. Then they fly in looks like a acorn craft and almost like a football. And them are the 3 crafts that they fly in. Well, look at the Stephen Greer thing with the 6-inch entity or whatever.
Embryo. No, we now have photographs. This is the Mars Anomaly Research Society. We have photographs from the Mars rovers, and they're 2- and 3-inch people that are photographed in the Mars rovers' tracks. Some of them have gotten killed. So there are 2- and 3-inch humanoids on the surface of Mars.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one, again, this is part of my Fab 4. These are the Serpo Grays with the big black eyes. These are very friendly. These guys are vegetarians.
Now you call them the Circle Grays rye.
The what?
Why do you call them the Circle Grays?
Serpo. They're from the planet Serpo.
Oh, Serpo.
S-E-R-P-O.
Oh,
Serpo.
right. Sorry, I understood circle. Okay.
Oh,
Serpo.
right. They're 3 to 7 feet tall. I met them once with my late father, twice by myself, and they drink this green slime because they were saying we couldn't drink because it would kill us. One thing I want to also say, just caught my eye on it. When we came out of the craft, I'm 12 years old. My nose is bleeding. So is my dad, and it looks like a chain necklace. It's not touching the ground, Alfred. It's going back. It's going back into the next nostril. Wow. So I'm looking at my dad. We're hitting ourselves in the chest. We thought we were going to die right there because it had something to do with radiation and whatever magnetic field. We're not in spacesuits. We're in t-shirts and jeans. We're not astronauts. I grew up with Star Trek. We're not going to them. They're coming to us.
Right.
But these are very friendly. They're part of my Fab 4. I'm going to go to the next one.
Yep.
This is another part of my Fab 4. These guys are brilliant, friendly. These are the elephant people. You know what the elephants look like down here?
The elephant people. Right.
They have a red pyramid patch on their shoulder. They're in a black jumpsuit like, and you see their face, and they have a trunk or something like an elephant. They're 10 feet tall. They're from the 13th and 14th dimension.
Wow.
Special friends of mine. They're part of my Fab 4. And these are the guys I meet every 2 months.
Oh, you do? Every 2 months?
About every 2 months for vital information,
yeah. Yeah. Once we get to the Fab 4, we'll go more in depth, and you'll tell us about your interactions with them and what they're telling you. Okay.
These are other part of my Fab 4. These are the Nardiques that look just like us.
Right.
Okay. The women fly their crafts, and they're real. They're built real good. They're real strong.
Now, where are these from?
They're from another dimension. They wouldn't give the planet. They're 5 to 7 feet tall. These are beautiful looking people. And, there was a lady, she worked for NASA. She drew, I can't think of her name. She came to my meeting twice. She's actually met supposedly this one Nardique. They love her donuts, and of all places, she met him at a donut shop. And they were the only ones that changed the menu on us. And I always bring 7 loaves of bread, but I brought the Nardiques 2 dozen donuts. They do love our donuts.
Wow. How strange is that?
It is. They look just like us.
Yeah.
And the other thing I want to say is we have relations out there. And I don't know who I'm related to. Some of my people are related to the Pleiadians, some to the Greys, but you know, we're going to find out a lot of things that were hidden from us.
I see.
So here's another bad person. This is the Orion Greys. This is number 30. Well, I got two more.
Yeah.
They don't have the big black eyes. They work with the Hydra and Draco reptilians. And,
now, what can you tell us about them?
They're the fourth bad ones. They have no interest. They are probably what you were talking about, looking to be different at times than what you saw them there. And the bad ones can do all this. The 28 that I met are real. I've touched these people, even the ant people.
Right.
I mean, these ant people are not, they're real. And the 31st one, believe it or not, is a time traveler from the year 2035. His name is Neil.
Huh.
The only thing I can tell you about this guy, he's friendly, is somehow they fly in a black triangle craft, messed up, and they need body parts, and that's the reason they're coming here.
Wait, could you say that again? You've got a time traveler named Neil from 2035.
That messed up. I don't know what DNA, whatever, but they need body parts. This is what I got from him.
Oh. Is he a time traveler from 2035?
Yes.
Earth?
Yes.
Oh.
That's what he said. I don't know. You know, again, I don't know about that, you know. And the last one, and this one freaked me out because of this movie, Cowboys and Aliens. That's why. These are the seahorse people. We got tiny ones in the ocean. They're from the 23rd planet.
23rd planet.
They're.
You mean the 23rd planet around the sun, or what?
They're 40 to 50,000 light years from planet Earth.
Oh, I see.
Their planet was dying. They fly in a dragonfly craft.
Hmm.
They're 2 to 10 feet tall. They got legs too.
Wow.
But they actually can float off the ground. The one I met was brown. But when I watched the movie Cowboys and Aliens, what blew my mind, there's a dragonfly craft in that movie. Where did they get that? Now, I was supposed to see him again, but like I said, his planet was dying, and he said he would get back. He never did, so I don't know what happened. But he did say they were 40 to 50,000 light years from planet Earth.
Wow.
And that's all 32.
Wow. Now, let's go to your fabulous four.
All right.
And you'll tell us what each of those are, and you'll give us the whole who, what, when, where, and why on those.
You got everything there, Al? You got it all?
Yeah, you know, all of a sudden I don't know. Yeah. Why don't you put it up there? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's in this room is my Fab Four. That's the Nordiques, the Serpo Greys, the Elephant People, my little 3-inch human again. This is a giant red, sometimes it looks like a pyramid, and this room is where we meet.
And where is that room?
It's in the craft. They're either
in the craft.
Yeah, they're either in a giant brown or white cigar-shaped object or a giant flying saucer. And every 2 months, I would meet them. There's dials on this table, and it's a crystal, pointy crystal, and a crystal vase that the Nordique would stick that crystal into. And when he did that, that back wall would turn into like a drive-in theater. He would show me past, present, and future videos.
Wow.
Well, he showed me one. I'll never forget it. We have the Gateway Arch here and the Mississippi River downtown. And it was daylight. And he was showing me future video. It showed that the arch falling, the Mississippi rising and flooding the downtown area. The streets were sinking. This is broad daylight. I saw an ambulance and a fire truck. The buildings were falling. People were jumping. People were getting killed. Now, when this video was over, the Nardik looked at me. He called me Raymond too. He says, Raymond, he goes, this is going to happen, but we will intervene.
Oh.
So,
how long ago was that meeting, would you say?
That one was about a year ago.
Oh, so was that soon?
Yeah. Because they show past and present. And like when they showed me my late father, Hitler, the wars, and planet Earth, the education was this. Hitler, bad person. Wars, stop the wars. Beautiful planet totally on fire. Did somebody press the button and it was nuclear, you know? And
Yeah.
that's what we had to learn. And the learning was to go back to the people, which is now is stop the wars, stop the nuclear power plants, stop anything nuclear. Look at what happened in Chernobyl and Fukushima. It's an example of what the star people have been telling our top people for years. You're destroying this beautiful planet.
Right.
There's people down here, Albert, you know this for a fact. They're playing God with our lives. And all we have to do is turn everything around. And that's what they know we're doing. And
now you say you meet with them every 2 months. You mean every 2 months you go up into the room and there's a briefing or something?
Yeah, they give me a meeting of what's going on, because they know I have my meeting place, of all places, in a Bono, and I get out whatever information that they give me. I was sick for about 5 months because I have Agent Orange prostate cancer, borderline diabetic. I'm on this Luprin shot. I used to get it every 3 months. It's every 6 months. It's real potent. This is what keeps me alive. You know, compliments the United States military when I was in the service when they sprayed us with Agent Orange, 67, 69. But they're trying to work with me, and you know, my PSA was 0.02 and it jumped to 9.6.
Whoa.
That was danger. You know, because when I first found out about it, it was 14.15, which is really bad. But the Luprin shot keeps the cancer contained, keeps it from spreading, keeps it from coming back. If I don't get that shot, I die. It's as simple as that. And, you know, I don't want anything to happen to where it does go crazy and spread. But the STAR people are working with they're actually working on a protective shield for me to go into from my car to the craft in the room. Because what people don't understand, and they're realizing it even more, these people are coming from far away, and we're both touching and hugging, okay? And there's germs. Don't get me wrong, their crafts, all these crafts are real clean. I don't care what anybody says, you got germs. And you got a magnetic field, you got radiation. All this is there. And the biggest thing on humans, we are not in spacesuits, t-shirt and jeans. When the abductees are getting abducted, whether it's a jacket, whatever, they're not in spacesuits. These people don't realize until later on, you know, as humans, something's not right. And that's when I got with my guys, because we were meeting on my TV. And I said, until you guys come up with some kind of protection, we're going to meet on this TV. And they did, because there was a good 6-month gap. I'm going to meet in my notes sometime next week.
Now, in terms of your last meeting, can you tell us, you know, insofar as you can, what you talked about and what information you can share with us?
Well, the biggest thing that they talk about the most in the meeting is they know about the greed and disease down here. They know who's been running the show down here. You know, the reptilians. But all that's going to change. And that's why, you know, these 28 good people I met, I showed you the 4 bad. I don't know how many more is really out there. But these people are ready. And the Fab Four, you can kind of say they have they're higher beings than some of these, and they run the show. And these other ones that I just showed you, you know, are programmed and ready when the process that we go through from 3rd to 4th dimension, not just then, but to even help us now as we go through this, to change everything, turn everything around. Because if we don't, planet Earth will be here. We keep going on the path that we're going, spraying everything. And you know, back in my time, and I'm sure you were there, Alfred, we didn't spray them tomatoes. You know, now we're spraying things that in a 20-year period, it's killing us.
Right, right. Now, you say that when you go there, then you have meetings in which you download some of the information. And can people access these meetings? Do they have to come to them physically, or do you put them online someplace, or what?
The only thing Joe and Edna, the guy with UFOHub.net,
yeah,
a good friend of mine, and Joe is DMS.com. They tape all my meetings live, okay? Now, when them meetings are done, whatever's said when I'm speaking, what the messages my guys are saying, unless it's a speaker I got, that'll be on there. Whatever the information is.
Yeah.
They can go to the past shows, okay?
Now, where can people access these online?
UFOHub.net.
UFOHub.net.
Right now, they would see I did a live story that's probably got about 1,800 views on it. I just did, because he's got all update equipment, UFOHub.net, my live story over, part 1, with part 2, what I just did with you.
Yeah.
That's all ready. And when that goes up, they'll go to UFOHub.net. They'll see that. Right now, they can just see my, it's about a year, I guess, or whatever, the old life story, and my previous past meetings.
Yeah, yeah. So that if people wanted to follow the meetings, the downloads that you get in meetings, they can go there and then watch each meeting.
Yeah, they can watch it live, but if they miss it,
yeah,
they're taped, and they can always watch it later on. Yeah.
I see. And, you know, the date and times of the meetings announced, or
Central Time is 7 Central till 9:30 p.m. I have the meeting actually till 11 o'clock, but yeah, it's 7 to 9.
And what dates are these on? Or
it's always the first Monday of the month.
Okay.
If they want to see a great meeting, you're going to be there September 1st.
Oh, right. I am the guest. Well, I mean, I feel very humbled coming in with my little, you know, offering there.
Hey, it's a pleasure and honor. You know.
I mean, I am just a human from Earth. You understand that?
You're a great human. You're a smart human. And I'll tell you, you outdid yourself, because this book, a lot of people are getting your book too, because everybody should read it. You get it on Amazon. It's $12 and a penny. Shipping, it's $16.
Yeah, yeah. No, and if you want it in Kindle, we got it down to the price of a latte at Starbucks. So I mean, people who do Kindles. So tell me, so what are the Fab Four saying? I mean, are we going to make it? We're not going to make it? I mean, what's going down?
As far as I know, And I believe in these guys. These guys have been friends of mine for over 50 years. We're going to make it, and they're going to make sure we make it. And these people, you know, I'm blessed. My late father, I'm blessed to have two great parents. My mother was never in this, but they gave me great morals to be a giver and to stand tall when something's wrong. And, you know, I'm a fighter. But to have these gray scar people from other dimensions, you know, planet Earth or whatever, backing us up and being my friends, my late father, where it started with my late grandfather, you know, we were chosen people. You know, when I say this, there's two of us, me and my dad. There's millions on this planet. But there's a lot of people on this planet that don't know what's going on. And, you know, there was things taken away from us. We're going to find out these answers. The American people are not stupid. And, you know, I'm a messenger, and I will continue to do this for my late grandfather and my dad to get the answers, and for all my idols that are past, you know, Ellen Hynek, Adamski, Keel, Kehoe, you, Stanton Freeman. You guys are my idols.
Wow.
And, you know, I got to thank Lisa M. Harrison from Sydney, Australia, because she opened the doors for me to, you're such a great friend now. And then you opened the doors for me for Tolik.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, so, Alfred, you're just such a great friend, and it's a pleasure and honor to know you.
Oh, well, thank you. Likewise. Well, tell me, how can people who A, want to contact you, and B, you've already said that UFOhub.net is the best way for them to access.
If somebody really wants to, I can give them my email.
Yeah, sure.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's Kossee, Kossee,
Kossee,
baby, BABY, 47 at gmail.com.
Oh, good. And you will just send me that, and we'll put that in the video so that people will have it so that they can contact you.
There you go. No
Good. Finally, given the three generations of your grandfather, yourself, your father, and now yourself, that have carried on this
tradition,
this responsibility, and this tradition, are there any words or thoughts that you'd like to leave our viewing audience with?
The only thing I want to say is all this is real. You know, none of this is phony, and this has been my life, and I'm doing it for two great people that ain't here no more. You know, I'm going to find out the answers. I'm getting real close, and my Fab Four, they're working, and they're going to help me, and they're going to help us. And the technologies that these people that will be helping us humans, you know, this world's going to turn around. It's going to be peaceful. It's going to be more beautiful, and it's going to take time, but we're going to have outside help like never before. I'm just a messenger, and I will get this out in my meetings, or, you know, like with you, Alfred, or someone. You know, it's going to get out there, and that's what I do. You know, I'm retired, but I have my meeting place, and I got some great people: Joe Palermo, UFO investigator, MUFON; Debbie Ziegler, Missouri director, MUFON; on a board of directors, Margie Kay, assistant director in Kansas City. These people interviewed me, and what they're amazed with, I don't know if I'm the only one, or my late father didn't have any missing time, because we got a lot of people that are abductees. We always knew what was said, and the people that I showed you here, the bad ones, the ones that talk telepathic, the ones that speak our language, you know, the good ones. These are real people. Everybody has these 28 friends, even though they're my 28 friends, my late father. They're people on planet Earth's friends too. Even my Fab Four, you know, these people are given, you know, vital information. They don't have to say nothing. They don't have to meet with me anymore. That's one thing. It was about 5 months ago, face to face, because the Nordiques and the Elephant people kind of run the show. I looked them straight up. Are you guys done with me? And their answer was, Raymond, you're the one. So it tells me that these people will be in my life for the rest of my life.
Very good. Very good. Well, we certainly want to thank you for taking the time to come here today. We want to thank you and your father and your grandfather for carrying out this great legacy, and you for being honest and in integrity, for completing and carrying out this mission with tremendous dedication, and of course to your artist for carrying that out, and you know, and to your crew, to your 32 plus person crew, be they good, be they bad, they've all participated.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and so it's just an amazing phenomenon, and I'm sure that I know that I'm thinking more and more about it. It just causes one to think a great deal about it, and I just want to thank you for allowing us to create this document that we'll put on the internet and share with even more people. And yeah.
No problem, Alfred. Anytime, anything for you, know, I'd be there for you. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we want to say that we want to thank you, and we look forward to your coming on again as events develop in this area.
Okay, no problem. I'll
Good
be there.
enough.
I'll talk to you later. Be good.
Good enough. Take care.